On Amazing Kitchen today, we'll be talking about Dalgona coffee. That is the famous internet sensation that's going around the world right now, that is on TikTok, on YouTube, everywhere on social media. All right, I'll be sharing with you 3 tips on how to make the perfect Dalgona coffee and successful every single time, as well as answering the most important question: does it taste good? Now let's get into it. Let's see how it's made. So this is the Dalgona coffee that you just saw. Did you like the recipe? Have you seen something like this? It's probably all over the internet right now. It's causing a big craze all around the world, especially now during the quarantine period. Everyone is home, nothing to do. Making something like this is just perfect to do. Well, let me take a sip first. Creamy, rich, slightly sweet. Pairs really nice with the raspberry that you saw in the video, because the raspberry is a little tardy, a little sweet. It balances the bitterness from the coffee just nice. All right, so let me put this down. So let's talk about the question I posted earlier. Does it taste good? Of course, it depends. Now, why it depends? Because it's quite a simple recipe. It is only 3 ingredients, but because it's simple, that's what makes it so difficult to make. It's so easy to just grab coffee or milk or put them together with some sugar, but if you don't put them together properly, it is a disaster. So I will give you 3 tips on how to make the perfect Dalgona coffee and how to make yours taste good. All right, let's get into it. Now the first tip is freshness. What is freshness? The coffee must be fresh. So if you pick up an instant coffee, anyone from your local grocery store, make sure that it's fresh, because there's a manufacturing date and an expiration date usually written on the coffee. The better coffees will have the manufacturing date. Some coffees may not have. Look for the one that is mostly recent to the date that you purchase, so that the freshness of the coffee is there in the one that you bought. Now, second tip, make sure you get quality coffee. Make sure it's Arabica. I see on the internet a lot of people is going for that gold brand, but the one that I'm selecting and I'm using, it's from Europe, of course. It's from Holland. And this coffee is very rich, very creamy, caramelly, chocolatey. So you want a coffee that is dark roast because you're gonna mix it in with milk, especially if you're gonna make it cold. And make sure it's Arabica. I mean, don't get the Robusta coffee because that's what a lot of the instant coffee outside is made from. Robusta coffee is a lower grade. It has a higher caffeine dose in the coffee, but the flavor is not so clean and so palatable. It might be a little bit more bitter. So if you want something very smooth and nice like what you find at the cafes, go for Arabica coffees, especially the one that I just used. That one is excellent. Oh, it's not sponsored, so I just thought that was a coffee that I like. So if you can find it, get it. If not, get something nice to make this Dalgona coffee with. And now the third point is milk. Don't just pick up any kind of milk. It must be fresh milk, 2% or higher, because you want that creaminess, that fat in it. I mean, yes, I mean, it's only once in a while, but a rich milk will add that body to this coffee and really make it stand out through that bitter coffee. And you get a 2% or higher fat milk, especially if it's fresh, something creamy like the one that I use. It goes really nice with this recipe. And don't buy like just any kind of canned milk or not fresh milk. It doesn't do justice to this recipe and this coffee. So if you want to have the best coffee, the best Dalgona coffee of your life, make sure you get those 3 tips in and you will have no problem making it anywhere, anyhow. Sorry, this smells so good, I have to take another sip. Great for hot summer days, but if you like, you can make it hot also. Just steam the milk lightly or boil it over a stove. Make sure the milk doesn't come to a boil. Just simmer and you take it off, because if you boil milk, it'll start to get bitter and you don't want that. You just want to heat the milk up until it steams a little bit, then take it off, then pour the coffee foam over it, and you have a hot Dalgona coffee. So this one I made is a cold one, because that's how I like my coffee, cold. Alright, well, I guess that's about it. Comment below. Let us know what you think of the Dalgona coffee that you just saw. Do you like it? Have you tried? What is your favorite about this? And make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button. If you don't hit the bell button and turn on all notifications, next time when we post up a new video, you will not know. And until next time, we'll see you again. Bye now.